Okay, I hope everyone keeps in mind that I was a thinker and not a talker as we go through this. And you can also see we're moving further back into the age group now. I'd also like to recognize the importance of today's date in history and remember everyone who passed away during the terrorist attack 14 years ago. It's of personal importance to me, as Jonah Glick, who was one of my teammates here at WNL, lost his brother Jeremy on United Airlines Flight 93. So my thoughts go out to Jonah, his family, and everyone who lost a loved one during the attacks. I'd like to thank Jan Hathorn and Mary Webster and Brian Lobsher and everyone else here at WNL for organizing this weekend and putting together this wonderful night. I'd also like to thank the Hall of Fame Committee for the work that they do and for the honor of being selected to join the Hall of Fame. Finally, I'd like to congratulate the other inductees who are joining this class. So, one of the things that I like the most about wrestling is that, in essence, it is very simple. A match only involves you and an opponent, and it can be easily summarized as you walk out on a mat, you shake hands, you beat on each other for 7 minutes, you shake hands again, and you walk back off the mat. There's no backup, no help, no blame to share with other people. Whether or not your hand is raised at the end of that 7 minutes is based entirely on what you do. And I love that. And it's ironic, therefore, that far from being an individual sport, the heart of wrestling is team, community, and family. It's the effort and energy and commitment of many people that allow for success during those 7 minutes. And many times, the support and motivation of those same people are all that get you through the match to the end. For me, wrestling starts, as was alluded to, with my family. Over the years, I've enjoyed countless conversations with my grandpa Bill about the teams, the history, the personalities of wrestling, and I still enjoy that to this day. My brother Robert was also a wrestler, and we did manage to get a lot of rug burns around the house. Contrary to opinion, I don't recall ever breaking anything in the house. And I would also like to thank, even though they came along long after I finished here at WNL, my kids, Max and Rose. They both participated in wrestling, and it made me realize how much I love the sport, how much it shaped me as a person, and how much it still meant to me as I grew up and also still today. But more than anyone, I would like to thank my parents, Dick and Darlene. There's no chance that I'm here tonight without their support and commitment. And believe me, it takes very special people to wake up at 5:30 in the morning for weigh-ins, drive through the freezing cold of a Pennsylvania winter night, and be rewarded with sitting on hardwood bleachers in a smelly hot gym all day. And then wrestling matches only last a few minutes, so you sit there for 3 hours and you pin the kid in 30 seconds, and then you have to sit there for 3 more hours. So, and having toted my kids around to a few things, I'm especially grateful these days. So thank you, Mom and Dad. I did start wrestling when I was young. I started when I was 5, so actually in kindergarten. And there are many people that shaped my career. Clinicians, camp coaches, counselors, teammates, random wrestlers that my high school coaches used to bring in just to beat me up, keydets that my college coaches took me over to get beat up by, and drill partners. However, there are only a few individuals that stand out during all the years that I wrestled. The first coach that I can remember is my dad showing Robert and me how to hit a switch in the living room when we were kids, and then showing up later as a not-so-random former wrestler to beat me up in high school. My next 2 coaches were brothers and teammates of my dad in high school, so I got away with very little. And they not only put up with me, always without fail, being the last person out of the locker room through middle and high school. They built a framework that was the foundation for any success I had here at W&L. Plus, they always made me wear a headgear, even when we were running, so I still have pretty nice ears for a wrestler. My final two coaches are fixtures here at W&L, Coach Frankie and Coach Peranian. Coach Peranian was, to be honest, a little intimidating when I came in as a freshman. He had the mustache and the intensity, but it didn't take long that he was completely committed to everyone on the team and making them a better person, except when he tried to make us eat scrapple at Lebanon Valley every year. Coach Frankie has always been one of the most positive and supportive people I've met. He welcomed me back to the team after my junior sabbatical without hesitation and continued as he had done from the first minute that I stepped on the wrestling mat to make me successful. I still smile when I think about him sitting across from me at Nationals after I made All-American and looking at me with kind of a bemused expression and saying, "Red Baron, who would have thought?" His energy and enthusiasm that day made it clear how genuinely happy he was for me, and I'm glad to be able to repay all the work that he put into me with the accomplishment. I've been blessed to have wonderful coaches and mentors, so thank you, coaches. While wrestlers compete as individuals, there's no mistake that it is a team sport. Every person on the team goes through the same workout and understands that feeling in the pit of your stomach before you walk out on the mat. The physical and mental endurance that's required to participate in wrestling forges a brotherhood between wrestlers of all shapes, sizes, and abilities, and it lasts long after we're done and sidelined by achy knees and bad backs. So my favorite memories are not of big throws, important pins, or particularly exciting matches. They're of lying on the mat with my friends between rounds of tournaments, post-weigh-in meals at Golden Corral, playing scat in the hotel rooms, telling jokes and stories in the urban assault vehicle as we rode to matches, and trying to find someone who had enough extra shirts to make it through the heat of a VMI practice. And of course, end-of-year parties at Coach's house. So I remember fun times and great friends, so thank you, teammates. And to borrow from Animal Farm, all teammates are equal, but some teammates are more equal than others. There's a bond that forms between practice partners, the person that you work with every day, that you suffer with every day, that pushes you, but is there right beside you doing the work. So I'd like to give special thanks to Wynn Phillips and Manoli Lupasi, who were there with me every step of the way and earned this just as much as me. Thank you, Wynn, and thank you, Lupez. Thank you, everyone. I'm truly honored to accept this on behalf of everybody that got me here. Thank you.